the mysteries of enlightenment. Each of you in that body, listening to these words, is a light. And each of you is a mirror. And you can say that that's the end of it. That's the highest equation that you can have in this existence, in descriptive terms, in self-knowledge terms, within that body listening to these words. You are a light and a mirror. Now the light shines pure and beautifully, because the light is the light of your life. And your life is not just this life. Your light is all life that has been lived, each one of you. And it shines beautifully at the intensity of the self-knowledge that has accrued in you, if I can use the word accrued, in something that is always instantaneous and now. Your self-knowledge is far deeper than you can possibly believe or imagine. Because your life is not just this life. Your life is many expressions of life. And that is not to go into the dogma of realization, of transmigration, I never think of this word, immigration, transmigration, reincarnation, which is not the truth, despite the fact that half the world believe in it. But to believe in something doesn't mean anything except problems for others and yourself. You have to know. There is recurrence, which can be demonstrated in your experience, like the recurrence of your body every morning when your intelligence comes into your brain, into consciousness. There's the recurrence of your body. There's the recurrence of your thought process. There's the recurrence of every morning that once was a morning for Napoleon and all those historical figures. The same morning, the same indication of it, the same sun rising, the recurrence of the sun, the recurrence of the sunset. Everything is recurrence. And so therefore you also are recurrence. But you are not, you do not reincarnate. Reincarnate means to come into the carnate, which is the body or material. You do not reincarnate at all. Life simply recurs. That's all. And so you are extremely, that self-knowledge that you are is extremely old, and therefore far more, or glowing far more brightly than you think. So you are a light that shines, and you shine through the mirror, which is the other thing that you are, if I can only demonstrate it to you. You are a light and you shine through the mirror from the back. So deep inside of you is the recurring light which is always now, and in front of that is the mirror, and your light shines through the mirror. Now, as you shine through the back of the mirror, it does depend on how clear or clean the front of the mirror is. Because a mirror is not a mirror from behind. No, all mirrors have some sort of opaque covering or something to give a reflection from the front, but I'm talking about your light shining through the back of the mirror that you are. And I'll speak about the mirror that you are from the other side in a minute, but I'm speaking from the mirror that you are from this side where the light shines through the mirror, from the back. And from the back, there's nothing on the back of the mirror. All the substance of the mirror is in the front. And that substance consists of your emotions, your memory, and your feelings. Memory is more puts a hazy smear on the mirror, a hazy smear, which is like sometimes the clouds that block out the sun but are not real clouds, just a hazy smear. So your light cannot shine through with all its purity because of the hazy smear of the mentation or mental activity that is going on in you, who are listening to me or anyone hearing this. And then there are the more substantial blobs of emotion, of attachment to the world and what is in the world. And they form very, very sticky pieces of muck on the front of the mirror. And as you are attached to so many things, if you are, then those different attachments, those blobs, stick on the front of the mirror and tend to accumulate together, tend to come together because there's so many of them in so many cases. And so we've got the smears of the mentation, the mental ability, the rational mind, and we've got the blobs of feelings or the emotions. And your light, of course, as it is said, don't put your light under a bushel. Well, there's no bushel in there, but what is there is a mirror. And the smear is on the front of the mirror, not on the back where your light shines and endeavours to shine through. Now this brings us to inner space and outer space. And I ask you to listen very seriously, please, which means very stilly in your own experience. Because you must demonstrate everything in your own experience. And after I finish speaking at this session, you will be able to demonstrate or have the idea of this mirror, this light that you are, this wonder that you are, endeavouring to shine through the back of the mirror, though it's impeded by your thinking, thought processes, your feelings and emotions. So there is no doubt, is there, that there is outer space. And of course, because of our terrible scientific upbringing, when anyone declares outer space, we think of the space between the stars. We do not think of the space between you and the speaker and you and the person next to you, which of course is outer space, being outside your immediate senses. So there's outer space. And then there is inner space. Now, outer space enables you to see all the objects with your senses and sense as human beings, as we all must do. Outer space allows that. And then there is inner space. Now, inner space can be very easily demonstrated to those of you who are self-knowledgeable enough to perceive that you do think. Now, where does this thinking take place? Of course, the scientific way would be in your brain or in your mind or somewhere, but I say it occurs in inner space. You dream, you think, you hope, and you wish in inner space. You don't do that in outer space. Demonstrably, it all happens in inner space within you. Demonstrably so.